Alright, so this is what my hair looks like before. Nothing out of the ordinary. I haven't washed it yet. They're also very tangled at the moment. So I'm gonna go ahead and brush them out before I wash them. Okay, so today I'm going to be using the Aussie Color Mate shampoo. I use this on my hair because I do color my hair. Extensions are natural. I haven't colored them before, but this is still the shampoo that I prefer to use. And as for the conditioner, I like to use hair masks on my extensions because it gives it a nice deep condition and leaves the hair super soft. What I'm using today is the Pravana Nevo, the 60-second deep treatment mask. I've been using this one forever and I still have a ton of product left. I only need a little bit to go a long way. Okay, so to wash these extensions, I'm going to go ahead and get the water nice and cold. The reason you want cold water is because warm water damages your hair, and we definitely don't want to put any damage on these extensions. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of ball them up like this. Grab a little bit of my shampoo. I'm doing about 3 pumps here. And I'm just going to go ahead and lather this in. Just want to be really careful with the hair. You don't want to damage it in any way. As you can tell, it's actually letting out some dye. So I'm pretty sure they dye these different colors. So now I'm gonna go ahead and rinse. Get out as much water as I can. Okay, next we're gonna go ahead and go in with our deep conditioner. Now this in particular mask, you're only supposed to put it on for a minute, but I might actually leave this on for about 15 to 20 minutes on this hair just to get that deep condition. So now that I've evenly distributed the conditioner, I'm just gonna let this sit for about 15 minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse off the conditioner. Okay, now it's all nice and washed. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and dry the extensions a little bit. Try and get out as much of the water as I can. And now you don't want to brush your extensions when they're wet. I just find that that kind of takes out a lot of the hairs, and that is something that you definitely do not want. Now these extensions in particular came with a nice little hanger. I'm just going to go ahead and clip these on there. I think this is just the best drying method out there because I've tried drying my extensions on just a towel, but a lot of the times when I do that, it just doesn't dry evenly and I'll have one side that's still a little bit damp in the morning. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hang this up and leave this out to dry overnight. You do not want to blow dry your extensions because that will just add more damage to them, which again is something that you do not want to do to your extensions. So for right now, I'm just hanging them on my doorknob. That's just because I don't really have anywhere else to hang them for now, but I'm just gonna go ahead and leave these here overnight. And then in the morning, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I do with them to get them all styled and ready for you to wear. All right, you guys, so this is the next day and my extensions are actually fully dry. I just have to give them a little brush through. And the brush I like to use for my extensions is my Tangle Teezer because I feel like it pulls out the least amount of hair possible. So what I'll do is I will grab it, I just kind of fold it in half to make it easier. And I will grab it at the base and just kind of brush from the bottom up. I don't really like to put that much styling product in this hair just because I feel like that weighs it down, and especially since I don't want to wash it too often, it just makes it last a little bit longer in between washes. So if you can, I would try to avoid product. But sometimes it's looking a little bit on the poofy side like it kind of is right now after brushing it. I will use this. It is just the Smooth and Shine hair polisher with aloe vera. I got this at Walmart. If you're interested, I just use it as a little bit of a styling mousse. So what I'll do is I'll just take like a tiny little pea size, not too much, rub it through my hand, simply apply mostly at the ends of the hair here. And as you can see, it just kind of gave the hair a lot more shine. So now that it's nice and brushed through, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start the styling process. All right, so I went ahead and curled my hair. I actually curled it with my flat iron just because I find that the fastest and easiest way to curl my actual hair. However, when I am styling my extensions, since they are so much longer than I am used to styling, I like to go in with my curling wand, and this is the curling wand that I like to use the best. This is just the Remington one. I've been using this one for countless years now, and it still works just fine, heats up really nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and plug that in. So while I'm waiting for my curling wand to heat up, I'm going to go ahead and put on my extensions. It just kind of depends on what mood I'm in, but sometimes I will just curl them or straighten them just by itself. Like I'll hang it on the little hanger, hang it on my chair, and then just curl it. But if I'm taking my time, or if I really want them to blend with my hair really nicely, I will just go ahead and put it on my actual head first. And usually I have leftover curls from whenever I last used them, so usually it doesn't take too long to curl the hair. I did show you guys in a previous video on these extensions on how I put them on. Just in case you didn't watch that one, I will just take about an inch from my hairline, and then I will just put that up, and then I will take my extensions. These are the hidden crown extensions, and so I like to place them right here, about an inch, like I said. Take your hair down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take my comb and just comb it through, get my actual hair to kind of layer nicely over the extension piece. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my actual hair that's layered on top, clip that up, and then you have your extensions left to style. So before I even style, I like to go ahead and just brush through once more, just to make sure that it is nice and smooth and ready for styling. There's nothing worse when you go to grab a piece of hair to curl and it's stuck and tangled. Now it's nice and smooth, and my hair smells so good now. I'm so glad that I washed it. I read on the back of the box of these extensions they don't want you to go over like 350, just because that does damage the extension a bit. So sometimes I will lower it down to that heat. And also, if you have heat protectant, I would go ahead and use it at this point. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just curling it. So as you can see, this is one side curled, and as you can see, this is the side that is not curled. I'm gonna go ahead and curl that, and I will be right back. So I went ahead and curled both sides. I'm just actually gonna brush through this side just because it did turn out a little too curly for my taste. So it did curl super nicely, and I know these curls are gonna last because of the texture of the hair. Now I'm gonna go ahead and let my real hair down, and sometimes I will actually go in and curl my real hair if there's pieces that look a little bit out of place. And also, since I did curl my hair using a different method, sometimes the curls don't exactly match. So sometimes I will just take a few pieces here and there just to blend the hair perfectly. And now I'm just gonna go in with my Smooth and Shine hair polisher that I used at the beginning of this video on my extensions. I'm just going back in and putting this just kind of in places that I think need it, because I know my hair, when it's freshly washed, can look a little bit poofy, and that is just never the look I'm going for. And then my signature style these days, like I just cannot do my hair any other way. I love to have one side like tossed back like this throughout the day. This is just the style that I prefer, because I feel like when I have both of them out like this all the time, it's just too much hair in my face, especially in the summer. So I like to go ahead and toss it over my shoulder. And then this is my favorite part. I think this just really ties the whole look together. So what I will do, I will grab a little bit of the Dove Extra Hold hairspray. This is my favorite hairspray right now. I will just spray the side of my hair right here. And then I will grab a teasing brush and just simply slick that behind my ear. Sometimes I'll even give the brush a little bit of a spray and go back in with it. I have a ton of little baby hairs that like to stick out. And then when I am wearing my extensions and doing this hairstyle, I find that it doesn't always stay. What I will do is I will grab a couple of bobby pins and just pin those right back behind my ear to really make sure that that stays all day or night, depending on what you're doing. I've worn this look out clubbing so many times, and this definitely does the trick of leaving it behind my ear. I just think this looks a lot more pulled together, and it shows off your makeup and your contour. I'm just gonna kind of fluff it out a tiny bit, and I think this looks pretty darn good. This is about how I would normally have my hair. So this is just kind of what it looks like. These hair extensions in particular are my absolute favorite, and I did a whole review on them. If you have not seen that already, I will link that down below. It feels good to have freshly washed hair and hair extensions. Best feeling ever. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.